my calculations are correct, when this baby hits 88 miles per hour, you're gonna see some serious shit.
They're here.
Do you really think you have a chance against us, Mr. Cowboy?
Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker.
It's showtime.
Right, welcome everybody to another episode of the VHS Strikes Back. I am one of your hosts, Chris Phelps. My co-host and very good friend is Mr. Dave Horrocks.
Hey there, Chris, and hello to our listeners out there. Welcome to the VHS Strikes Back, the show where we dust off the old video player and go on a nostalgic journey to look at the good and the bad movies of yesteryear. Now, Chris, what are we going to review this week?
Well, Dave, this was your pick, a movie I've never ever seen. It's always been in the background there as a iconic 80s VHS cover, but I've just never got round to watching it. So this one is starring Tom Hanks, John Candy, Daryl Hannah and Eugene Levy, Dave. I was getting a bit muddled up then, Dave. But anyway, this is from 1984 and it's Splash. So like I say, I've never seen this, but what about yourself, Dave?
I remember watching this on video. It must have been around 85 or something. Mum and Dad got it out. We had the old copy as well, so I was able to watch it multiple times. Chris, I loved this film. I don't know why. And you know what? It's not until I started watching it again that I was like, God, I know everything that's coming here. You know, I think I've maybe underestimated how many times I've watched this. And it was probably not the first thing that I saw Tom Hanks in, but it was one of the first. I think Joe versus the Volcano, maybe I saw that first. It's all a bit hazy in my memory around that mid-80s time. It's a long fucking time ago now, Chris. But yeah, I just really enjoyed it. I'm not entirely sure why. You know, I'd have been 8, 9 or whatever at the time. So yeah, I'd picked this one. I saw it was on Disney Plus, and I thought, oh Christ, I remember watching that, you know, as a kid. But yeah, it was only when I started watching it I was like, yeah, I used to fucking love this.
Well, I think with me, I just remember that there was certain bits in it for Daryl Hannah, Dave, that, you know, I've never actually seen them, but you know, when you read about them, a bum shot and other things, and we'll get into that because this is on Disney Plus, you know, and there is some changes to the movie, isn't there, as we get into it, but I'd never seen it. I didn't even realise John Candy was in it. He's also got, which I quite like, a red Pontiac Firebird, Dave, with the Knight Rider hubcaps on, so that was about... That's one positive I can say for the movie, anyway. And it's based in New York, so I don't know what it is. I don't know about you, Dave, but it's so eerie seeing the Twin Towers every time I watch something. You know, like just anything pre-2001. Even we watched like Sex and the City, and funny enough, it come up today on Facebook that last year I confessed to everybody that I'd watched all 6 seasons of Sex and the City in about a month because I bought it on DVD. And me and Sam went through it, and I absolutely loved it. I know I shouldn't say that, but I love just ridiculous shows. So and that had scenes in it up to 9/11. They never addressed it because they were filming around 9/11, and they just took out the Twin Towers in the opening sequence because of what had happened, but they never actually addressed it. But yeah, I don't know what it is. It always fascinates me. I mean, I think one of the most fascinating movies is Home Alone 2, because he's actually on top of the Twin Towers for that one shot, innit? Which is just like, oh my God, you know. So, but anyway, that's just me as a lover of New York, and I think any movie that's got New York in it for me, Dave, it gets an extra point anyway. Don't matter how shit the movie is. Even Remo fucking Williams, whatever he's called, you know, Mustachio Man. Sorry, Glyn. That always gets a point.
Are you sure? Because I'm not sure that you didn't send that to the bottom. So,
well, that's about the only plus about that movie. Anyway,
a mental point.
Poor man's James Bond. But there you go.
Awesome. Now, Chris, should we get into our trailer?
Let's go.
Alan Bauer has a very successful business.
Okay, Bauer, you're ruined. You're finished. You're a ghost in this business.
How'd you like some bananas at cost?
Deal.
He's got the wisdom and support of his brother Freddie.
I love this guy. You hear me? I love him. Give me a kiss. What's the matter? You too big? Give me your...
I just want to meet a woman. I want to meet a woman, and I want to fall in love. Not much.
And worst of all, Alan Bauer feels with all his heart that he doesn't have one.
Freddie, something in here is not working.
There are worse organs not to be working.
We're to Cape Cod, Massachusetts.
And then, one day, accidentally, from out of the blue, it happens. Just looking at her is pure ecstasy. Just touching her is a lifelong fantasy come true. Just being in love with her plunges him into a wondrous world of rapture and enchantment. Just one problem stands in his way. A little secret she's trying to keep all to herself.
There is a mermaid in New York City.
How come she's got legs? She has legs out of the water. She has fins in the water.
What about a woman showing up naked in a public place, Freddie? Well, I'm for it, of course. Can I come in?
No!
All right, let me in.
I'll be right there. I'm just changing.
That girl is a mermaid.
All my life, I've been waiting for someone, and when I find her, she's a fish. Nobody said love's perfect. She's really hungry.
Daryl Hannah, Tom Hanks, and John Candy. Splash, a fantastic tale about a fantastic tale.
In 1964, 8-year-old Alan Bauer and his family are taking a boat tour at Cape Cod. Alan is fascinated by something below the surface and jumps overboard. In the ocean, he encounters a young girl and inexplicably finds himself able to breathe underwater. However, Alan is rescued and pulled back to the surface and the two are separated. Since no one else saw the girl, Alan comes to believe the encounter was a near-death hallucination. Now, Chris, what do you reckon to the opening of this movie?
You know what, Dave? I'll give this movie some credit because I didn't absolutely hate it, and I think the DNA of, rom-coms. I love a rom-com, Dave, and I know you'd said that to me off the podcast, like you might actually like this and get Sam to watch it, which she didn't, Dave. But I ended up watching it on my own. I found that it works as a proper rom-com, and I think it sets the stall out for movies that come after it. I know this wasn't the only, it's not like this was the original rom-com, but the DNA we see now, I go to, we've been to cinema loads of times, me and Sam, and this sort of movie always happens. They get together, the bit of adversity, they separate, get back together, everyone's happy. But I'm going to call out Tom fucking Hanks again, Dave, because just like, You've Got Mail, whatever it is that we did, where I said he's a psycho, he gets on my fucking nerves in this, Dave, because he's just shouting all the time and screaming. I'm like thinking, well, Woody wouldn't do that in Toy Story, Tom. Come on, calm down. But he's really aggressive, you know what I mean?
I don't know. You are a toy. Of course he would.
Reach for the sky. Yeah, but he is. He just, I don't know. He just really pisses me off in this movie. And I think I read something, Roger Ebert's review, he only gave this a 1.5 out of 4 or 5 or whatever. And he said that John Candy should have been the lead. It made more sense because Tom Hanks at this point was a complete unknown. Really, there was loads of people and all this, like Tom Cruise, everything. There was loads of them, and they give it to him the role, and they said it should have been flipped. I just find he pisses me off all the way through this, Tom Hanks. I don't know what Daryl Hannah's good, and obviously she's beautiful as well, but just gets on my fucking nerves. And John Candy's playing, to me, out of all the characters you see John Candy play, he's almost like playing an extension of the guy who played in the Blues Brothers. This bit cocky. I know he was like a cop or enforcement guy in the Blues Brothers, but it's like he's an extension, a bit of an arse, but he's lovable as well, loves his brother and all that. The casting's ridiculous, Dave. It's like having me and you as brothers in something. You know what I mean? It's not fucking. I'm not being disrespectful. It's not Arnie and Danny DeVito, but there's no resemblance.
Calling me Danny DeVito here?
No, but I mean, height, looks, everything. Obviously, I'm the better looking, but you'd be fucked.
Yeah. There's no way my nose is getting passed off as the same genes as yours.
1-1. I'll give you that one.
Well, I have to say, I think Tom Hanks, there are some things, and I don't think it's his performance. I think it's more in the writing. I think there are some problematic things that he does. It's not as bad as You've Got Mail.
No.
But, he just becomes very arsey very quick, doesn't he? And Daryl Hannah is basically, she's like the perfect girlfriend. She never says or does anything wrong at all. She never challenges him or anything really. She just worships him and the ground that he walks on. So that was real. That's what that's what I found a bit problematic with it. But I have to say, God, this took me back, and I loved it. I just really, really enjoyed going back and watching it. I did have to say, I mean, I remember even as a kid, like I say, I was about 8 or something. When I was watching this, I was a bit, I don't know if I would use the word shocked, surprised, probably more than anything, that when she gets out of the water and she's naked, and like you see a bum and everything, it's not something you normally see. But this was a PG. There was no such thing as a PG-13 at the time or anything, so it was all fine then. But now, they digitally touch it up, so to speak, and make her hair longer and cover it up. But fucking hell, what a bunch of lechy fuckers by the Statue of Liberty. They're all just fucking getting as many pictures as they can. And like, you fucking dodgy fuckers. No one's like offering a coat or anything, and I just found that all very, very 80s. But, go on.
Sorry, I'm just saying that even 43-year-old Chris here went 13, 14-year-old Chris Phelps and was on Nipple Watch, Dave, because there is a couple of nipples, and I know full well, again, I know it's a running joke now, but I know full well that as a kid... No, I don't know about that, because it's not on long enough for that, but I definitely, probably, if I'd known about this, would have watched it a little bit more, Dave. I would have had my face about fucking 6 inches from the fucking telly.
The trouble is, it's not HD back then, is it?
No.
When you used to pause the tape, it used to... Do you remember it used to shake? You forget about that with DVDs and stuff, don't you? But you couldn't get a good pause.
No, I thought you said good porn then. No, you couldn't either. But no, and I think you're right, because I know the scene with the hair and like covering the backside, and what they've done, it looks fucking terrible. It's almost Henry Cavill levels of moustache, in the Justice League. It's really bad, in it, her hair, the way she goes in the water. I'm not saying, I know it's an iconic scene for, whether you agree with it or not, but it's all part of the movie, the original. All it is a bum day, fucking hell. But they really Disneyfied that bit, and a couple of other bits, I believe, from reading it. But yeah, I think you're right. I don't hate the movie at all. I really don't. It's a proper 80s romp. It's more just Tom Hanks say, and you're probably right. It probably is the writing. It's probably not necessarily Tom Hanks. He's been directed to act a certain way, isn't he? But I must admit, watching this, Dave, I've got to say, we've got to do Big at some point. I love that movie, Big, and there is a few bad scenes in it which we'll probably call out now. But I remember I've watched that so many times. The Big, I absolutely love it. So we're definitely going to throw that one in there at some point in the next couple of months for either my pick or whatever. But definitely, but yeah, I think it sets it out well. I think he's a bit weird though. I think Eugene Levy's character, Walter Cornbluff, he's a bit of he's almost, it sounds stupid this, but he kept reminding me of the fucking Terminator. He was so hell bent on trying to soak her to show that she was a mermaid. He gets done, like, it looks like he's trying to assassinate the president, but nobody fucking even shoots him. There's no consequence to it.
In real life, he's dead.
He'd be dead. He'd be dead, wouldn't he?
He's got 18 bullets right in his brain.
Yeah, 100%. They wouldn't have even twitched, would they? They'd have just shot him. But yeah, he's a bit of a weird one, because he's trying to expose the mermaid all the way through Madison, isn't he? And even stuff with Madison when she finds out... when she learns to speak and everything, and he's talking about it, and I think there's a good dynamic between Tom Hanks and John Candy. To be fair, I think that there is something. There is a good bit of chemistry. John Candy's himself, lovable self, let's say, playing like that character all the time, and I think it just works. I think the movie's just, for me, I find it really pleasant. Like watching it.
Yeah, I like John Candy in this, and again, this is one of my favourite things with him in it, and he is a bit of a toe rag, really, isn't he? I mean, when he's a kid, and he's throwing the coins on the floor and trying to look up women's skirts, you think, right, if he's about 6, I don't know, or I guess he's roughly the same age as Alan, so, let's say he's about 8, you're thinking, well, okay, but he's like nearly fucking 30 and doing it, and John Candy is a big bloke. It takes Alan to pull him away, and it's like, no, I'm sorry, mate. If John Candy is doing that, everyone can fucking see that he's doing it.
Yeah.
But, and he's writing to Penthouse magazine and stuff, and he's chuffed that he gets his story printed and what have you. So he's obviously, he's a bit of a porn addict kind of thing, but he's got that kind of heart of gold, hasn't he? And I think you can see when he comes in his flashy car and stuff, and he's bought these, was it cherries or something, but they're shit, they're dodgy. And then you've got this guy who's really angry, and he's saying, I'm going to run you out of town and everything, and he's like, I'll get you some bananas at cost. Sold. I'm like, well, that was a fucking 180, wasn't it? I know bananas aren't like fucking some rare commodity or anything, and I'm sure the markup isn't like, 100% or something. So I just thought that was a bit, it didn't take me out of it, but I just thought I couldn't help but step into reality and just think how nonsensical that was.
Yeah, it's true that I was laughing at that bit, thinking, well, £1 or $1, and they'd say $1 bunch of bananas, I'll give you for 70 cents. Wow. And you know what, Dave? We were talking last week. I mean, look, we'd just done Turtles, and we shouldn't have liked it. That is a god-awful movie, but I really enjoyed going back and the nostalgia of it. But we've got a little link again, because we had the Corey Feldman 2 movies in a row. But now we've got a New York reference with this one, Dave. So we're in New York for 2 movies running. Not inadvertently, it's just you've just picked it. I picked, obviously, Turtles. That was New York. So, yeah, another little link there. We don't do this on purpose, guys. I'd love to say we planned this, but we don't. Well,
I tell you, one of the... I mentioned about, Tom Hanks being a bit problematic. But what do you think to the fact that when she turns up, she ends up being taken by the police, and, she's got his name, I think, and he legs it. I don't know why he's legging it. It's a random person who he doesn't know has got his wallet or something. But anyway, he ends up there, takes her back to his place, and get a bit jiggy with it. But she can't fucking speak English or anything. I mean,
yeah.
What do you think? And also, when he's talking to Freddie, talking to John Candy and that, he's saying about how he's got this problem and he can't love anyone. I think it's the opposite. I think he falls in love just a bit too quickly, I think.
Yeah, you know what? I've not even picked up on that with the language barrier thing, but you're right. That's like, that's so fucking bad, isn't it? It is bad.
She could be on fucking day release or something. I'm not being funny. She could he knows nothing about her at all. And, she's a mermaid. and she's just got her legs and presumably lady bits. So, you've got to think she's kind of a virgin.
Well, she is, unless she's fuck flipper, Dave. But,
I don't know, There must be mermen.
She's had an affair with a shark.
With Aquaman.
A shark or a dolphin, I don't know.
But when she's got the flippers and everything, she doesn't have the lady bits, does she?
No, that's true, actually. I don't know. Yeah, I think it's one of the... I think we're thinking far too much into this, aren't we? But
I think so.
I keep thinking of her getting fucking nailed by a dolphin nowadays. That's terrible, right? No, let's...
Dolphins can be randy buggers.
Can they?
No, have you not seen some footage?
No, Dave.
Seen one where you've got this old woman and they're like there feeding the dolphins. Next minute, it jumps up on her. It's like...
Dave, now... I told you about the duck. the duck thing on Gogglebox, didn't that fucking show where the duck's pleasuring the woman and there's been loads of complaints? It's an Apple movie or a show or something. Did I tell you about that?
No, I don't
Oh
think
my
so.
God. I thought I told you. So if I have, forgive me. So we're watching Gogglebox about 2 weeks ago and it's right at the end and this woman is in like a pond and it's in like a park and there's a pond there and someone starts talking to her and she's like, oh, who's talking to me? Anyway, she realises that there's a duck talking to her, right? This is a proper film. I'm not bullshitting or series, whatever it is. And it starts chatting to her. Anyway, they become good friends. So next minute, she's having a bath with the duck. And I'm watching it. I'm looking at Sam. She's looking at me. And everyone on Gogglebox, all like, the people who do it are all like looking. I'm looking at Sam going, that's a bit fucking weird, that. You know, that's a bit, it looks a bit like they were enjoying themselves. But no sexual bits or anything. I was thinking, it's a bit fucking strange. Anyway, the next scene, she sat there and the duck says to her, can I just try something? And she goes, yeah. She went, can you take your pants off and lie down? And I'm like, holy fuck, what is going on? There's feathers everywhere. Wow. The woman orgasms, Dave. I'm not joking. The woman orgasms. The fucking duck's feathers are everywhere. And I'm like, holy fuck. He was definitely using his beak there, Dave, one way or the other. But they've had loads of complaints over it. You'll have to put it on and just see this bit. It's on YouTube. It's fucking ridiculous, honestly. I've never seen anything like it, because it's bestiality at the end of the day, and some fucking weirdos made a fucking show or a movie about it. It's unbelievable.
Oh dear. Right.
So what was that website you go on for
later?
Yeah.
So interesting fact for you, Chris. Just changing it completely. So, in the original script for Disney's Little Mermaid, Ariel was supposed to be blonde, and so because this movie came out, it would just be a bit close. So they had to change it and gave her red hair. So that's why you've got, this quite iconic Little Mermaid red hair now.
Oh, I didn't realise that.
Yeah, direct result of this film. And I tell you another thing as well. So they're trying to find, after she's taught herself English and everything, and then he's rattling off names, what should we call you and what have you. And they come across Madison Avenue, don't they? And then she says, oh, Madison. And he's like, that's not a girl's name. but she likes it. So this film is credited with creating that kind of popularity for the name Madison.
Oh.
And I don't know, Chris, if this has been subliminal, but my second daughter's called Madison.
I was going to ask you that, Dave. Was it a result of this movie?
I don't, not consciously, but I didn't realise. If that line wasn't in the film, I wouldn't have even looked it up. But yeah, it wasn't really a popular name until this movie.
That's mad, that. How bizarre. Because I was going to say that to you before, like with your daughter as well. That's so bizarre. Well, lovely name. Oh, I think we had Madison down. Obviously, we called Jordan, but I think we had Madison, we had Chelsea, we had a few names, and that's going back 20-odd years. So must have just been popular at the time, Dave. I know Madison's a lot younger than Jordan, but yeah, that's strange, that. Really good coincidence, but I think the way it's like you always say this about movies, and you're right. You've just got to go with the plot. It's a plot device, but she gets done for indecent exposure, doesn't she? Because she goes out as a mermaid, goes under, comes back, and then she's washed ashore at the Statue of Liberty, and because she's got his wallet and everything, like you said before, it's in her care, and he has a bit with her and all this stuff like that, but there's loads of leaps in this. As I'm watching it, I was thinking, oh, this is fucking nonsense. The coincidence is that Tom Hanks' character, Alan, is in the right place at the right time. Every single turn, he is there. And I think that's what it is. I mean, this movie runs for 1 hour 50. And I wouldn't say it drags, because I don't think it does, because there's loads of lovely set pieces in New York. I really, really enjoy. I love looking at the places that I've been probably the same. I've walked round and I'm like, oh, that looks different now. Or that's like even Times Square and stuff's completely different, than what it is in this. It's really pedestrianised now. But yeah, I think more than anything, watching it was just one of them movies where I kept thinking, this is definitely a Sunday afternoon. It's fuck all on telly. Sit down and just watch something and don't think about it. A Channel 5 movie as such, I think now. Whereas years ago, I know that VHS cover. I can clearly see it. I used to see that all the time. I never ever wanted to rent it. But I could be wrong here, Dave, but I don't remember it being on UK TV a lot. I could be completely wrong.
I don't know. Like I say, I remember it. Like we had a copy of it on video, so if it was on TV, I probably wouldn't have bothered watching it. But
yeah,
maybe it was the nudity in it, because they'd have probably had to have shown it after 9 o'clock.
Yeah, maybe that's it. Yeah, unless they cut it out. Sometimes they just cut them out completely, don't they?
That's true. Yeah.
Maybe it was because you know last week.
Die Hard, where they just completely butcher the sayings, overdub.
Oh fucking hell! Yeah, they do. They really do. Because I was looking at it last week, and there was something with the Turtles. So when we watched the Turtles, we ended up watching the American version, but the UK version didn't have a couple of scenes in with the nunchucks. Right. That bit with Michelangelo with the nunchucks and stuff that wasn't even in the UK version, European version. They cut that out because it depicted the hero with a weapon. I don't know why, because it's fucking stupid, but. Yeah, strange, really strange. But no, and getting back to that point, when I said about that bootleg copy last week, I think that I had an American bootleg copy because I remember that Michelangelo going with him with the nunchucks and stuff, so maybe that's the copy I had. But anyway, back to sorry Dave, I'm railroading it as usual.
It's all right.
But no, I think when we get to at the dinner party with the president and he's chatting and everything, and obviously, you know, Tom Hanks is there, he's coming with his beautiful girl and Eugene Levy, I mean, nobody gives a shit in these movies. It's like the Police Academy. He's got a fucking broken arm. He's trying to serve. He looks like he's been 10 rounds with Tyson, and none of the Secret Service even look at him and go, this guy looks a bit suspicious. Yeah. It's fucking weird. It's so strange.
It's great. I'll be honest, I'd forgotten about his character, really, and how prominent he was. But he's a man on a mission, isn't he? He knows, yes. and he actually saw the mermaid, didn't he? He saw Daryl Hannah, you know, in a mermaid form when he was down diving. So, you know, he knows it, and he just has to prove it. And I did enjoy the fact that, you know, he keeps soaking this other couple. The guy just keeps beating him up.
Yeah. The lift one's good because he's only had a crack off him when he's got the camera, doesn't he? And he shows him put his hand on the camera, and then you hear all the punches, the Batman 66 punches. Yeah. And then when they go up in the lift and he soaks him, and it's that couple, and he's like, oh shit, and he gets levered, doesn't he? Yeah. There's some good little slapstick bits in it, I must admit.
Yeah, and I like as well. I think it's quite a good rom-com moment when, you know, they're eating at dinner and he's asking about, you know, he kind of wants to marry her. He thinks she's like an illegal alien, so she just can't get a job, and he's saying you can get a job down the dock kind of thing. We'll hide you essentially, and then she just starts tucking into this massive lobster, you know, and everyone around is just watching her. And I thought that was great. Again, it's not like really laugh out loud hilarious, but just a great rom-com moment, you know, because he's there sort of looking uncomfortable. He's like, oh, she's really hungry. So I love that bit.
Yeah, I do. I think as well, because she's so beautiful and the way she's dressed and everything, it fits it well, doesn't it? And she's like, this is the way I eat lobster. And like Alan's there like, no, it's not about that. It's fine. Whatever. It's like the Blues Brothers scene again, another Blues Brothers reference when they go into that restaurant when they're trying to get the bass player guy who's the maitre d' at the restaurant, aren't they? And he's like, I want to take your kids and all this, you know, and how much for your kids? And they're eating chicken, aren't they, and stuff. Yeah. She's not doing it intentional like they are. They're doing it to piss them off. But no, honestly, yeah, I enjoy it. Actually, now we're talking about it, I really actually enjoyed it more than I thought, to be honest, Dave.
Well, the thing is, because you've not got the nostalgia as well, like... With the music podcast, you know, we've just done a Led Zeppelin album, which I didn't really have any nostalgia for at all. And I listened to it the first few times, and I was like, oh, I just can't get into this at all. And then you listen to it more and more, and it grows on you. I think if you watch this a few more times, it would really hit that sweet spot where, you know, it's a good, enjoyable rom-com. But again, notwithstanding the Tom Hanks fucking problematic bits, because again, when she's just trying to have a nice little salt bath And he's saying, "Are you okay, Madison? What's up?" You know, and he basically barges his way into the bathroom, and you're like, maybe she was just having a shit. You know? Maybe she just didn't want you to force your way into the bathroom. Now, I think the scene was good because it ramped up the tension. You know, she's trying to dry a little tail off there, or massive fucking tail actually. You know, so it was a good tense scene. But again, I was just sort of standing back and thinking, why are you fucking barging in when she's just telling you she's fine?
Yeah, it's weird, isn't it? There is just them little things that are a bit strange in this. But look, Dave, what is it now? 30. So it's 38 years old. This movie, isn't it? Yeah. And that makes us really old. It does actually. Yeah, I think I was 6 when this came out, but. No, I just think it's a good movie. I'm sort of glad that you picked it because it's one that has always been in the background that I have to watch. You know, like one of them proper iconic movies from the 80s, but I just never got round to it because it wasn't in my wheelhouse of martial arts or anything. It would have been simply if Sam at some point had said, "Oh, she loves Splash," I probably would have watched it, or it was on TV and my nana and granddad or someone had it on and I'd sit there and watch it with them. But I never would have sought this out. I certainly wouldn't have sought it out at the video shop. Even when we had that full year of videos that we could rent one a day, I wouldn't have even gone near this movie because there would have been definitely a Lauren Avedon movie I'd not seen, Dave. So there's no way, or a wrestling event that I had to watch. So I just wouldn't. That's the one thing I love about doing this podcast. Good or bad, no matter what the movies are, and we've done. I mean, look at The Room. You know, that's become all Samurai Cop levels of iconic on this podcast already because it's so shit. It's brilliant that we're all not enjoying. You can't really say you can enjoy that movie, but we're all experiencing it and coming away with something different. And things like this, I wouldn't have watched this. There's no way I would have watched it. But just knowing that I finally got round to doing it, whether it's under us reviewing it or just whatever, I'm dead pleased that I've watched it now, I must admit.
No, that's good. That's good. Even with your love of rom-coms, you still wouldn't have watched it?
No. Honestly, if Sam had said, "Do you want to watch Splash?" then definitely. Like, you know what she just said to me, Dave, just before we're recording? I'm not happy. She said to me, Top Gun's coming out in a few weeks. We're going to have to watch the first one again because we've got to go to the cinema. She loves it. She loves it. And I'm like, oh, fuck a doodle do. So so we're going to watch it maybe tomorrow because in the next few weeks I've got Top Gun. I mean, I've got Jurassic Park coming out and I cannot wait for that. That is cinema 101. You know what I mean? I've got to watch Doctor Strange. I think I've asked about Doctor Strange and she's like, I'm not watching that. So it looks like I'm going Monday afternoon on my own, Dave, to watch that one. But she said Top Gun, and you could literally see me that false smile of mine going, "Oh, right, yeah, let's watch it." I'm thinking, fuck that.
You know, so I went to watch Doctor Strange, and there's a trailer for Top Gun on there, and it just reminded me. I don't think I hated it quite as much as you on the rewatch, but I was just massively disappointed because I remember watching it a lot as a kid. But I just think back to that notion that he's basically had one fucking mission and he did all right, and then he's like, right, I'm retiring and becoming an instructor. It just that when the trailer was running, that was all I could think about, you know, because he's like this fucking legend. I'm like, he's like someone who's just come on a football match, popped in the winner, and then it's like, right, I'm done now. I'm retiring. I'm going to go into coaching.
I've reached my peak. Yeah, that's it's true. You know what? That's a great analogy of it because it is. It's like someone racing Usain Bolt and he's got a hamstring problem or something, and they beat him, and he's like, right, that's it, we're done. Or beating, like you say, Tyson Fury or someone, a one-off fight, or Tyson in his prime, and someone like Buster Douglas, and then he's like, right, I'm finished. See you later, guys. Look, it's a weird film that, and watching the trailers, I'm the same as you, and I've been to the cinema, and I've seen about 2 or 3 different variants of the trailer because obviously it should have been out last year because the Mission Impossible's been pushed to later on this year as well because they're both finished, they both were ready last year, but because of COVID and not being able to watch them in the cinema, they didn't want to release it on digital or anything like that. They wanted it to be a cinema experience, which I agree with. I may enjoy it. I love Tom Cruise as a person because I have completely complete respect for him doing all his own stunts when he's flying the planes. We know in Mission Impossible, that's him. There's no fucking blagging. I watched that one with James Corden. James Corden's a fucking cock these days. But that one where they're doing the parachuting, have you seen that one out of the plane? I've not seen it. It's really good. From about 18 months ago. James Corden's there, hammering it up to the camera, and he comes and he's on like an airfield, and then Tom Cruise is there, and they're all like the audience are all like cheering and that, and then they do a skydive.
I think you might have sent me this before, actually.
Yeah,
I think I've seen it, yeah.
Yeah, James Corden does the fucking splits as he hits the deck, to be fair, nearly fucking hurts himself. But Tom Cruise, exactly, well, yeah, Tom Cruise is there. He's fucking brilliant. He's just there chatting away like for 5,000 feet up. Next minute, he's like, see ya. And it's you know what I mean? Like, in any other movie star, there's no way they would do it, but he does it. And that's the one thing with watching Top Gun that I'm looking forward to, I must admit. Pete fucking Maverick, I don't buy any of it. He's a 60-year-old bloke with fucking terrible fucking Just for Men. But as a person, I fucking like Tom Cruise. You know, I think he's going to be really good in this movie because what I see him flying them planes and stuff. So that adds to it.
Well, you can report back, so I won't be watching it.
What do you mean, Dave? We're doing that on Comics in Motion.
We're doing a late fees one, aren't we?
Yeah, no, we're not. We're fucking not. Don't you worry about that. No, we're not.
But I tell you, getting back to Splash, Chris, the thing that annoys me about Alan here, you know, Madison's been saying that she's got this secret and she doesn't want to say, and he's been saying, I can't tell her. He's badgering her, trying to get her to tell him. And then, obviously, it comes out because, you know, the Dr. Ross guy, he eventually soaks her in front of everyone. Like you say, he'd be taken out by the Secret Service, you know, without a doubt. But, you know, so he ends up in the tank, and basically when they reintroduce them, you know, he just flinches away, and he's really fucking arsey about the whole thing. And it's like, well, why are you behaving like this? Obviously it's a bit of a shock, we get that, but she told you she had this massive secret and she wasn't comfortable about telling you. But I didn't like his reaction to it, and it was only Freddie who basically put him straight. It's like, well, you were really happy with it, weren't you? You know, even though it's only been 2 fucking days and apparently you've got this problem with loving anyone. But yeah, no, I went off Tom Hanks at that point.
It's funny, you know, because you're right. He doesn't fight for her, does he, or anything? No. He's just there. I mean, he gets arrested, but and he's in this bloody tank, innit, and stuff, and they put her in with him and stuff. But you're right. You'd be straight in there, wouldn't you, trying to get like the woman you love? The undying love for the whole movie that we've seen is about what he feels. Even I mean, it takes John Candy's character to actually give him a kick up the arse as well at one point, doesn't it? But it's just bizarre how that works. And his character, he's in that tank and he's like, I'm not a fish.
Yeah.
Getting arsey. But you know what I will say, Dave? The realism of the way that that's very clever, the way they drop Daryl Hannah in the water like she's a shark or a dolphin. Yeah. It's little things like that I can't believe. I mean, I'm really fucking enthusiastic about all this. You know what I mean? But I found that really good, the way they did that. They didn't just put her in as a person. They basically took her as she was like an amphibian or something and drop her in. So they're very clever, subtle things that they'd really looked up on that.
Yeah, no, it was really good. And you know, she was a great swimmer as well. And basically, they had stunt women there who had like the flippers on and stuff, but Daryl Hannah outswam them all, so they ended up just using her. Yeah, she was a really good swimmer apparently.
Oh, that's interesting. And I don't think it'd have worked if you'd used body doubles. You need her in the water. No. You can't. I know this is obviously holding a breath and things like that, but it wouldn't have worked if you'd done like longer shots than that, maybe. But you couldn't do any close-ups with her, Dave. I mean, fucking hell, you know, you definitely noticed there if he was a change. I was going to say some of them, but I'm not. But anyway, let's keep it PG, people. But, there you go.
But again, I think Dr. Ross, when Alan has had some sense talked into him, and he goes and seeks out Dr. Ross, who's there with his fucking broken arm and everything, and he's in the dentist chair. Again, you just get this physical comedy with Eugene Levy, don't you? And again, I just appreciated his performance, and I was kind of feeling sorry for him by this point, because he was just trying to prove the existence of mermaids.
Yes.
And he was hell bent on it. He didn't really, consider there were people, behind this. But then you get the baddies turning up, don't you? The people who just want to dissect her and stuff. It all gets a bit E.T., really, doesn't it? And I thought I liked the kind of redemption of Dr. Ross and just how he came around there, because he was a bit of a cock at the start.
Yeah, he was, and I like that as well, because when you said you were saying you were doing this, and I forgot the cast. I said to you, didn't I? I thought we were doing Armed and Dangerous, which is John Candy and Eugene Levy, which I think was done around this time. Again, it's one I've had on my radar. I loved it as a kid. It's basically like a version of Police Academy. I presume it might have been just after Police Academy, maybe after this, but they're the two protagonists of the whole film, and it's got a lot of the same people you see. But I kept thinking Tom Hanks in it, and then when you said Splash, I was like, oh shit, right, yeah, because I didn't realise John Candy was in Splash until you'd said it last week. So I will do Armed and Dangerous. It's a have you not seen that? It's a stupid movie, that day, really is.
I've heard of it, but I just don't think I've seen the trailer. I just don't think I've actually watched the movie.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that would be a good one to do. But when they get into, they come up with this plan, don't they, that they can get in and rescue her. Again, it gets a little bit... it is almost Batman 66, isn't it, with the whole plan, Dr. Ross says, I've come with these two Swedish professors or Swedish scientists, and basically this security guard is half Swedish and can speak Swedish, and then John Candy says something which is clearly off a porno or something, and then they basically wrap up Daryl Hannah, wrap up Madison, and then they come up with this story that she squirted acid or something into his face and whatever, and I'm just thinking, these security guards are shit, really, aren't they? It's just awful, just oh my god, and the other thing that took me out of it quite a bit, and it was a great comedy moment, but when they walk in and they realise they've done the old switcheroo and it's Freddy there. And
yes.
he's got a little fishing rod, he's got his trousers rolled up and he's got his fishing rod in the tank, and I'm thinking, yep, it's a great comedy shot, again, John Candy, massive big cheesy smile and stuff with a fishing rod, but I'm thinking, why did you bring a fishing rod? And what are you fishing for?
Yeah, he said that, didn't he? He went, the water's lovely here, guys. Come on in. Yeah. And they're like, oh, fuck, they've duped us, sort of thing. You're right. He's got shorts on and everything, hasn't he? It's fucking funny, yeah. You just got to go with it.
Good. Yeah, you do. But then, they do make their escape, and, then you get that choice, don't you? Daryl Madison, she's going to go back home, she's going to jump in the water, and then she theorises that, well, when they were kids, Alan could actually breathe underwater and stuff, so he'll be absolutely fine. And, it got not choked, maybe just a little bit down from choked at the end, because obviously, it doesn't look like he's going to go, and I couldn't quite remember how it finished, but, he does actually jump in with her, and then we basically roll credits. But did you hang around for a little bit while the music was running?
No. What have I missed? Go on, what have I missed?
Well, there's like a little shot of Atlantis or something underneath the water. So just off New York. Apparently that's where Atlantis is.
I didn't realise that, Dave, at all.
Yeah, it's just, I mean...
what a dick.
You basically think as soon as the credits roll, that's pretty much it, but yeah... I mean, it's not a great shot, to be honest. It's very much 1984, isn't it? It's quite, it's off in the distance. But, yeah, I don't remember, as a kid, I probably turned it off as well at that point, so I don't really remember that bit.
No, honestly, what a dick. I'm going to have to watch that now. I'll put it on just for the end bit, just to see it, just to complete it. But no, I didn't see it at all. I just went, Disney Plus, see it, because it's on there, innit? So I just fucked it off then. Oh, what a dick, Dave. Absolute dick. Anyway, Dave, shall we get into our scores?
Let's go.
Hi, Dave, I'll go first. So, very surprised, and I must admit, we talked about this the other day again off the podcast, but when we get together, I don't know how we're going to go with it or what we feel about these movies. Obviously, this was your pick, so I understand where you're going to come from on this. And like last week, the Turtles, but I didn't come into the podcast with as much enthusiasm until we started talking about it. But I did enjoy the movie. I really did enjoy it. It's a different type of movie. It's a rom-com. Like I say, there's a few things with Tom Hanks' character. Not necessarily him. I think you're probably more right than the way I was going to come in and just lay into him. I think you're completely right. I think it's one of them that it just works. John Candy's good in it. The cast, because Eugene Levy's good. Set in New York, so I'm always going to be biased. So I think for me, Dave, I'm going to put it in Hall of Justice, right in the middle. That's a completely different podcast, so I'm sending it to Hill Valley, Dave. Right in the middle. But if it wasn't Comics in Motion, it'd be Hall of Justice. But there you go. But it's definitely going to Hill Valley, just before Mr. Tony Farina tells me off. So what about yourself, Dave?
Well, you know, this had a budget of 11 million and made just under 70 million. So it was modest at the box office, I would say. Or not modest, that's not the right word. It didn't set the world alight. You're not talking, 200 million at the box office or whatever. But I think it's really when it hit the video, this just exploded. And for me, Chris, this is massive. And even though you've not watched it, you know the video case and everything. And I just think it's great. I just really enjoyed going back and watching this one. Yeah, of course, I was actually expecting more to come up that would be problematic, so it wasn't quite as bad as I thought it might be. But I just really, really enjoyed it. The touchiness, or the touching moments between Alan and Madison, and then John Candy's character. I forgot how funny Eugene Levy was in it as well. So I'm not going to send it to the top. It's not quite that good. Although I must admit the nostalgia did have me considering whether it's a Cloud City. But no, it's going to be a Pleasantville for me. Just really, really solid movie. And yeah, I'll be putting this back in the rotation, I think.
Oh, no, good stuff, Dave. And thanks for picking it, because it's one I would never, ever have watched, like I say. So no, I'm glad I've watched it now and ticked it off the box of many VHS covers.
Well, speaking of movies you would have never ever picked, what are we going to do next week, Chris?
Very good segue, David. So I have picked some fucking turkeys on this show. I know you've done the odd one, Dave, but I have picked some god-awful movies. But one man stands head and shoulders above me for picking some fucking movies. For your height only was the pinnacle of this man's picks, Dave. He's a great guy and a great friend. The only problem is he puts a lot of Liverpool stuff on fucking Twitter, Dave, which I'm not happy about, just like yourself. But I can handle it on. I can handle your stuff. But John, this is not good, my friend. So this is from our great friend, Mr. John Hammond. I ain't got a fucking clue what I'm going to walk into on this one, but this one is called Hard Ticket to Hawaii. So let's get the trailer rolling.
Hard Ticket to Hawaii. It has it all. The awesome, pristine beauty of the land. The warm caress of perfect beaches. The tantalizing wetness of the blue Pacific. Hawaii. It's a great place to visit. But you wouldn't want to die there.
What a line. What a line.
What a good start. Oh, this is amazing.
4 of America's finest, ready and willing to
pay
the price for paradise.
Oh, my word.
They're undercover, but not under-equipped.
I fucking bet they are. In John Hammond,
mission, there's hard flying.
Putting his shoulder out with this one, Dave.
Hard playing. Hard playing.
My word.
Agents are everywhere.
He's fucking magnificent.
No mercy.
Oh, it's a poor man's Franco.
Yeah. my word, this is amazing. Like the A-Team, but with
Magnum PI.
Yes, yeah. That is amazing. All I'll say,
This
Dave.
ain't no hula. It's a hard ticket to Hawaii.
Oh, fucking get in. Oh, this is magnificent. This is on YouTube as well, Dave, isn't it? The full movie.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
The version on YouTube is cut up. It's edited quite a lot, so we might have to see where we can get it.
Right, okay.
But yeah, it does look pretty great. It's like a bad Magnum PI, like you say.
I don't know about that, Dave. It looked like the A-Team, but with double Ds to me. There's a lot of double Ds going on there. Oh, this is fucking right up my street. I'm sure. No wonder John Hammond's fucking picked this one.
Are you watching it this afternoon, are you?
I am, yeah. I bet John's watched that on his own a few times. But anyway, so
Sam's on the walk.
Yeah. John loves me saying this, but I bet John's had a few lob-ons watching that one, Dave. Yeah. But anyway. What a fucking trailer. I'm rubbing my hands right now, Dave. Fucking hell. That's the only thing I won't be rubbing. But anyway, so if you want to support us like Mr. John Hammond, get over to Patreon, patreon.com/the VHS Strikes Back. If you want to follow us on social media, at VHS Strikes Back. And if you want to email us, the VHSstrikesback@gmail.com. So today's roll call of honour is Mr. John Hammond, Blake, Maths, Jax, Herb, Lucky Lula Green, Kent, Dylan, Heath, Matt, Carl, Paul, Alec, and Timothy. So thank you so much, guys, for all your support. We really, really appreciate it. Really good. And if you can pull movies out like that, that is fucking outstanding. I can't wait to watch that. Honestly, I've not seen that trailer before. Amazing. So anyway, Dave, so glad you picked this, mate. Really enjoyed it. What are you going to take us out with today?
Are you not going to give the Patreon roll call of honour?
I've just done that, Dave. You obviously wasn't listening because you were looking at a hard ticket to Hawaii.
Well, I realised, Chris, that all the way through I've been talking about Eugene Levy's character as Dr. Ross. And Dr. Ross was, of course, his boss. I was talking about the wrong character. But I like this line from Walter, Eugene Levy. He says, "I'm a really nice guy. If I had friends, you could ask them." I'll speak to you next time.
Bye.
That's it, man. Game over, man. It's game over. What the fuck are we gonna do now? What are we gonna do?
Maybe we could build a fire, sing a couple of songs, huh? Why don't we try that?
We better get back, because it'll be dark soon, and they mostly come at night. Mostly.
I'll be back. That's not.
We came, we saw, we kicked its ass.
Wax on, wax off. One ring to go. All right. Ding, ding. Bust you up. Go for it.
Well, here we go. Ain't so bad. Ain't so bad. Ain't so bad. Come on. Come on, ain't so bad. Come on. You must be crazy or something. I'm crazy. You just stupid. Yeah, maybe you're crazy. I ain't breathing heavy. He's a fool. He's stupid. I've seen you at 6 miles.
I must break you.